I'm K-Dog.
And I'm Pawzy Puppy.
And welcome to the 23rd episode of the Pokesino Club podcast. Today's going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah, today's going to be a great one. K-Dog, what's new with you?
So, as we will get to further on in the episode, I did download TCG Live, which finally came out! Soothing thoughts, K-Dog, soothing thoughts.
I think we both have a lot to say about that.
Yes, 100%. But, that's about it. I'm honestly, really excited for the, Christmas season. Me and Pawzy were talking a little bit about that before the podcast, but yeah, that's about all that's new with me. I'm gonna try and get some cards, but yeah.
Nice. You're getting. I mean, I hope this was implied, because you told me to give you a hint about your birthday present. I hope it was implied that it was cards, but yeah, you're getting cards.
Yeah, no. That's why I figured my brain cell could contact yours, and it could only give me a hint.
I'm not gonna tell you yes or no, but what do you think it is?
Rebel Clash.
Oh.
Or Celebrations. I think it might be Celebrations.
Okay. I'm just warning you, those have been hard to find, so.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. I mean, your hint was, something you,
It's the set that none of the cousins got. None of us.
Yeah, okay, so I have no clue now. I misread the message.
Can I give you another? Okay, no, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, just stop yourself. Stop yourself.
Okay.
You told me to warn you.
Thank you. So, what's new with me is a bunch of stuff, since it's been a long time since we had a normal episode where I can say what's new with me, because last episode was the funniest moments, which if you haven't listened to, I would highly recommend it. It's just highlighting the funniest moments on our first year of podcasting. It's absolutely hilarious and really
many
stupid.
cringe Pokemon jokes. If
Chansey,
you don't
crack the code card. Terrible, but also really funny. You should watch
them.
it or listen to it.
They
sorry,
have to
I was just giving them a teaser. Okay, yeah, you gotta listen. All right, so I got plenty of things new with me. I'm gonna go in the order that they happened. So, on the day that I was buying K-Dog's present, I also happened to get a Silver Tempest 3-pack blister.
Ooh.
And there wasn't much good in it, but I did get a Radiant Sarina. So that was really cool.
Radiant.
And yeah, and I made a video on it on my YouTube channel, and it got really good views for a full video. Most of the time my shorts get 230 views, 500, sometimes even 1,000, depending on the type of video. But most of the time a full video, I'll even tease of a full video, here's a short, it gets 700 views saying go watch this video, and then the actual video gets 5 views. But this video, the Silver Tempest blister pack video, probably just because it was so recent and the set had just come out, it got 104 views in 3 days. It was crazy.
Remember that's what happened on our first Massive Pokemon unboxing.
The Massive Pokemon unboxing.
Yeah,
that's
it got
classic
100
Pawzy video.
Views in
even though our voices are little, it's a classic Pawzy video.
Please do not go to Pawzy's channel and listen to that. That was just. Ugh.
Okay, you should watch the second one though. That was more recent. That's almost a year. Bro, the second Massive Pokemon unboxing was already almost a year ago.
What? No.
Yes. Okay.
Wait.
All right, we're getting sidetracked.
Yeah.
Okay. And then next, I got Pokemon Violet, and it's crazy. I really like it, and I kind of want to talk about a little bit of spoilers. So, spoiler warning. Here we go.
If you would like to skip past the spoilers, go to 5 minutes and 55 seconds.
So, I'm really happy with Fuecoco's evolution. It looks really good, and I know you don't want much spoilers, so I'm not going to spoil it for you, K-Dog, right?
I don't care.
Okay, well, I think it looks really cool, and people like are agreeing over the internet that Fuecoco turned out the best out of all of them because Quaxley looks just weird and obviously oddly humanoid again. And then Sprigatito's final evolution, which is called Meowscarada, looks just like, I don't know, it's just weird. Also very humanoid. And then the final evolution of Fuecoco, which is Skeledirge. I think I'm saying that right. I'm probably not though, but it's like a really cool. It stayed a crocodile. It's not like they made it stand up or anything. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out, and all the new Pokemon are so cool, and I really like the open world type of stuff. There's this one. There's a bunch of gym leaders that have like fun stories and stuff, and there's like kind of like a mystery to it. I like it. If you haven't played it yet, you should play it. I recommend it.
Cool.
And then, like K-Dog said, I got TCG Live, which I have a whole boatload of stuff to say about. Oh boy.
We shouldn't even call it TCG.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that in a sec. Just wait. Then, lastly, like literally, like 2-3 hours ago, this happened as like a early Christmas gift because that's how Advent calendars go. I got the Pokemon holiday calendar from my dad, so my brother and I are splitting it, and it's 25 slots, and I think they either all have cards or they might have the figures and fun packs and coins and stuff we talked about. Because we talked about that on an episode. I don't know if this is the same thing, but I'm pretty sure it is. It's crazy. It's only December 1st as of recording, but I'm trying to post every day what we get in the Advent calendar. So I'm going to post a short every day at youtube.com/PawzyPuppy. If you want to see what's in the holiday calendar for yourself without buying it, go ahead and check out my channel. I'm going to try to post every day.
It's not the same for everyone, right?
I think it might be.
Oh. I thought that was randomized.
If you also get the holiday calendar, email the show, podcast@Pokesino.club, and tell us, did you get a hollow rare Beartic in the first slot? Just tell us the stuff you got once December is over, or if you're greedy and open it all right away. Tell us what you got, and I'll see if it matches up. That'd be interesting to talk about. I want to hear more about that.
I would imagine that Pokemon would be a little more creative. They're not usually.
Come on, K-Dog. This is Pokemon you're talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly why I said that.
They put non-Hisui cards in the Hisui set. Come on, lower your expectations.
But wouldn't you just think that they would switch it up for everyone, so it's not like, oh, I just got you and your brother separate, Christmas holiday calendar, and you got the same exact thing.
That's true. I think they might have the same thing. I thought you meant like they have the same things, not in the same order. I don't even know about that. So let us know what you got if you get it. So okay, I don't think there's anything else really new with me. So let's jump straight into our news, because we have a truckload of news. You're going to get smacked in the face by this news, because the final Sword and Shield set has been announced.
No, not the end of Sword and Shield.
But that means the start of Scarlet and Violet.
I know, but Sword and Shield was such a great set. Such a great era.
They're still selling it for a while.
I know.
Remember, for the longest time, for a while, there was still, Sun and Moon sets being sold. Heck, for a while, there was, Fates Collide? That lasted forever. Yeah. I don't think some of these sets are going away for a while.
At least they're not going to stop printing them.
I think they've stopped printing a lot of them already, so yes.
Well, yeah, I know, but, Brilliant Stars.
The most recent ones. Yeah. Hopefully I can still get Astral Radiance. Hopefully that's still a feasible goal, but we're getting close to it not being that generation anymore. Alright, so the final Sword and Shield set has been announced.
It's called Crown Zenith and has somewhat of a confusing release date. We'll explain more in a sec.
Terraria reference. No, I'm kidding. It is an actual word, but I don't know. The second I saw that, I don't know. I thought it was kind of
Zenith.
funny that I made the connection, because that's like the final sword in Terraria.
Right.
So for two like things to have the same name, like that I play and obsess over and like dedicated my life to, I think it's pretty cool. Anyways, this set will focus on alternate art cards, mainly from the Japanese V-Star Universe set.
It will have over 160 cards, some of those being Vs, VMAXs, and V-Stars.
This set will also feature 3 new Radiant cards, those being Radiant Chargebug, Radiant Eternatus, and, of course, Radiant Charizard. It was only a matter of time before we got a Radiant Charizard.
Well, I mean, like, you had to expect it.
Yep, and believe it or not, yesterday I was on a call with Playful, just chatting and stuff, and I told him about how, episode 23 is going to be epic, so if you're thinking about leaving, stay here. But I was talking about, episode 23 is going to be epic, because, like, they announced the final Sword and Shield set. He's like, oh, tell me about it, and I'm like, well, they added more Radiant cards and stuff. He's like, oh, let me guess, they finally did Radiant Charizard? I'm like, how did you know? He hasn't heard anything about the set, but I guess
it's easy to guess.
He predicted it. It's so predictable.
If new listeners are new here on the podcast, you will know that we don't hate Charizard. We just dislike it very strongly.
Yes. Also, if you're a new listener, Playful Platypus, a previous guest on the podcast. He's a guest host. He's on pretty frequently. So is his brother, Fluffy Falcon. You should go listen to any guest episode with them. It's really good.
Yeah.
Any guest episode with them is good.
The set will have a special subset of 70 cards known as the Galarian Gallery. Whoa. Some notable cards from this subset will be Hisuian Zoroark V-Star, Darkrai V-Star, and Mewtwo V-Star. Oh my gosh.
This is going to be amazing. Alright, save our thoughts for the end.
Yeah.
The way this set will be released is a little confusing. It will not be sold in single packs, but it will be sold in boxes and collections that will have staggered releases from January to May 2023.
Wait, can't buy single packs?
Nope. All the good sets can't buy singles.
True. On January 20th, we will get the Crown Zenith Elite Trainer Box in the Crown Zenith Regieleki or Regidrago V collection.
On February 17th, we get the Crown Zenith Mini Tins with 2 packs and a sticker sheet. On that same date, we also get a Pikachu VMAX collection with 5 packs, a jumbo promo, and a special etched promo.
Then on March 17th, they are releasing Crown Zenith Tins, which feature 5 Crown Zenith packs and a full art promo with one of the Galarian legendary birds. Oh my gosh.
Kind of like the Hisuian starters, I forget what they're called, but like the Hisuian starters tins and the Umbreon V tin, which that is an amazing thing to get. When Crown Zenith comes out, if it's not overly expensive, you should definitely get this. I got like 3 ultra rares
from one tin.
From one tin. It was crazy. I got so many good stuff in it. So much good stuff. I loved it. On April 14th, we get the Crown Zenith pin collection, which will have 3 packs and 1 promo and a pin of one of the Galarian starters, depending on which one you buy. Also, pin collections are really good because it's right in the middle of not too expensive, but great amount of cards and items.
Also releasing on April 14th is a Crown Zenith Premium Playmat collection with 5 packs, a Morpeko V Union, Morpeko, a Professor Burnett card, and an oversized card.
Lastly, on May 5th, 2023, we get the Crown Zenith Premium Figure Collection with 11 packs, an etched promo, a figure, a pin, and a set of sleeves, all featuring Shiny Zacian or Shiny Zamazenta, like depending on which one you buy.
Whoa!
And the pin, sleeves, figure, promo will all be depending on which one you buy, and they're all gonna have the shiny forms, which is crazy.
Apparently, the cards in the Galarian Gallery will be able to put together into form a larger image.
Kind of like sets in the past, like the old Pop Series cards and stuff like that. If you would like to see the cards and products that have been revealed so far, check the description of the podcast. I highly recommend giving it a look. The cards look absolutely stunning. What are your thoughts on this massive news dump?
I hate how they've stopped doing single packs for all the good sets.
Yeah, I mean, like, they didn't really stop, but like if it's a promo set or like a really good or cool or this is going to be expensive in the future set, they don't do single packs.
Yeah.
The only ones I can remember were Champion's Path, Pokemon Go, and Crown Zenith.
So here's the thing. My local card shop, I think that they buy boxes and then they take the packs out.
I mean, yeah. I think they're allowed to do that, but
Yeah.
I'm saying like most places they don't. It's not like you can buy in bulk from the Pokemon Company, or you can go online to the Pokemon Company and buy a single Crown Zenith pack.
Right.
So, first of all, I think that it's great that we're having alternate art cards, which means we're gonna have like the same great battling cards. Which, I mean, you can look at that from two different ways. It can be, oh, great, we're getting the same good cards in a reprint, so they're gonna fall out of standard format later. You know, like if they reprint a really good old Sword and Shield card that is only in expanded now.
Yeah.
That's great, because now it's in standard, and you can have the same moves, but now it's just in standard again. But also, I think it's like, oh, we're not getting new cards to battle with. You could look at it from two ways. Great, we're getting the cool cards again. Oh, we already had these cards.
Right.
Some players want like the new experience of the battles, but I like that it's focusing on the V and their variants, like VMAX, V-Star, stuff like that. And I think it's really cool that some of the Hisuian Pokemon are still getting recognition, which is great because I love Legends Arceus, and I really like all the Hisuian Pokemon, so I'm glad that they're getting more spotlights.
No, yeah, I agree. Something that I'm super excited about is on May 5th, we get the Crown Zenith premium figure collection. Like,
oh yeah,
it's gonna be expensive, but it's gonna be. Do you remember the it's not baby, but do you remember that trio?
Yep.
Box?
Yeah, the Small But Mighty.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
The Small But Mighty box. Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot like that.
That had tons of packs, bro. I never opened it myself, but
It had
I've seen 10
packs.
Yep. But yeah, that's gonna be crazy, especially like sleeves with shinies on it. It's gonna be amazing, and especially if you have like a Zacian themed deck. I mean, themes like sleeves that fit the theme of the deck are always great, and especially if you get this on the TCGO, you can use that for a ton of your decks, and you can just flex. Like I bought this for like $40,000 million. All right, let's take a guess now. How much do you think it'd be? I think I'm gonna say something like $80.
$80? Oh no!
I don't know.
I'm going 130 to 140.
130 to... Okay, alright. We're going to come back to this episode May 5th. Whatever podcast episode is after that, we're going to come back and see who was right. I really like the thought of the Galarian Gallery, like another special subset. Because I don't remember the last time we got a subset. I think it was Celebrations, because it had... Oh, sorry, I was thinking earlier. That was the other Sword and Shield set that wasn't sold as single packs, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There was no Celebration single. Right, okay. But yeah, I like the subset, because the last time we had a subset was Celebrations, and that was the reprinted cards, or like, I forget what it was called, but...
Right.
Yeah, you had like the Zacian level X, which just looked like fake, but it was really cool, and I'm excited for the Galarian Gallery to see what they highlight as like a true Galarian Pokemon.
Yeah.
So, I think it's good that they're like pulling out all the stops for this one. Like, I don't think, other than like a build and battle or a booster bundle, I don't think there's a type of product that they didn't do for this. Because we have promo boxes, like V collections, like the Regieleki. We have standard ETBs. We have mini tins. We have big tins. We have a 5-pack collection with the jumbos. And we have pin collections, which are great. And
pin collections
we have a playmat collection.
Are amazing.
Yeah. They're the best. And then we also are getting another playmat collection, which I think the last time we saw that was Pokemon Go with the Radiant Eevee.
Oh yeah, I was about to say the Darkness Ablaze ones.
With
the
there
Marnie.
Those? Like,
yeah, with the Marnie, and then it had the pin, and then I had the playmat in the back. And it had,
I thought you were talking about the one that looked like a milk carton.
No.
No, okay, because that's also a thing. And then I guess that's a product they're not doing for this, but
yeah.
I mean, you can't get mad because they're releasing so much good stuff, and you get a massive box. So, like I said, pulling out all the stops, bringing back some old types of boxes. This is going to be a crazy set. It's also going to be outrageously expensive, no matter where you are. So just watch out for that if you're hoping to get this cheap, because you're probably not.
Yeah.
So is that all you got to say about Crown Zenith, or do you have anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, why don't we move on to our thoughts about TCG Live English Beta? So, in other news, we can try TCG Live now. It's available in beta where we live. K-Dog, I guess you're screaming in episode 22 worked. So, we both have played the game, and like we said, we have a ton of stuff to say about it. And I'm warning you now, if you're hearing this and thinking, oh, shoot, before I listen to the rest of the episode, I gotta go download it. Do not. Just wait. Wait to hear our thoughts before you decide on downloading it, okay? Because if I made the choice, or if I had the choice, if I knew everything that was coming, which I really should have looked into it, I would not have migrated my account. Alright, so let's just listen. K-Dog, why don't you go first? What are your experiences with TCG Live?
So, my experiences, the starting, the tutorial was, I mean, for new players, it would make sense, yeah. But even for new players, I think it was unnecessarily long.
It was for the TCGO too, but yeah. I really so you did the tutorial, right?
Yeah.
I really liked that. I don't know if you saw this, but there was an option to skip the tutorial, which I did. I'm so glad that was an option. Because I did not want to sit through an hour of gameplay just to fight some bots and stuff.
I was thinking of skipping, but I didn't want them to add anything new in the beta that I miss out on and be like, what the heck does this do? You know?
Oh yeah, change mechanics or something. It was a little confusing at first, but it was pretty easy to pick up for me. I understood it.
We have a lot of similar thoughts on this, but I like the character customization.
Yeah, I like that. It just looks weird.
No, that's about it, because everything that you're about to say is going to be the rest of my thoughts, so.
Okay, so first of all, I'm going to start with something good before I get into unleashing terrible things that I should probably not say, which I actually won't say on the podcast. But one thing I like is that you can choose a victory message, and one of the victory messages, they referenced a common deck list, which is my favorite deck. When you win a battle, it doesn't depend on what deck you're using, but when you win a battle, you can choose your win message to be, I'm the maddest partier in the game. Which is really funny. I mean, they did a terrible Pokemon pun, so they must be featured on here. Pokemon Company International.
I feel like the Pokemon Company listens to our podcast.
Imagine, bro. They're just listening, they're like, good idea, write that down. Ooh, a Christmas set? Alright, we're gonna do that next year. Bro, imagine. We need to, make Pokesino Club memes. That would be hilarious. Yeah, but alright. But I really like using Mad Party, and that's so far, the only deck that I've transferred over that actually worked. And so, just beating somebody to a pulp with Mad Party, and then it's saying, I'm the maddest partier in the game, is so funny.
That's great.
That was the good stuff. That's great. Yeah, it's beautiful. And then here's the bad stuff, okay? They took the T out of TCG. There's absolutely no trading in TCG Live yet, which I hate because it's the TCG trading card game, but there's no T.
It's just
so
CG.
You can't trade your cards. Yeah, exactly.
CGI.
It's just the card game. And there's no easy way to view your collection yet. You can't just look at your collection to see, oh, I have these cards and stuff. I want to show off my ultra rares to my friends. And the only time you can actually see your cards is when you're making a deck. They literally just made this all about battling and none of the collecting. It's just a battle game.
Yeah.
None of the collection the TCGO. All right, now
Pokemon, if you're listening to this, just Just make it more collective than battle.
Make some notes. Take some notes. Take notes now. All right. So, you remember, I don't know how many of our listeners actually played the TCGO, but when you were opening a pack on the TCGO, you would type in your code either like on the website or in-game, and you would get a pack to keep. You could keep that in your collection as long as you wanted, no matter what. I mean, until they made a new app, obviously. But you could go to that pack whenever you wanted, click to open it, and it has a tearing animation, and it looks so satisfying, and then it flips the cards over one by one. And then, if you got a reverse holo rare, it shows that, like, flipped over. And also, your rare, no matter what it is, like holo, regular, ultra, secret, stuff like that, it's always flipped over and sparkling, waiting for you to do it. And just drum roll, like
you
click on that.
It's like, to build suspense.
Oh my gosh, secret rare. Yeah, it's suspenseful and fun and exciting. And it's 10 cards, which I know it's strange that I'm pointing that out, but listen to this. TCG Live, you get a pack. Oh, cool, I scanned in my pack. You have to open it right away. There's no saving packs. You have to open it right away. You click on it. There's no, like, cool tearing animation. No
it just
sparkling.
shows you the cards that you get.
Shows you a card. You click it, it goes off screen. Shows you a second card. Goes off screen. Third card goes off screen. Fourth card, you're reverse holo already. Okay, that's a little strange. Goes off screen. Then no flip over and stuff. You're rare. You're ultra holo, regular, whatever. There's only 5 cards in a pack. One of the most, like, fundamental building blocks of a Pokemon TCG pack is its 10, or, 11 if you count the energy, pack. 10 card packs. And they took it away. So, this is why you should not migrate your TCGO accounts, because if you have code cards, you can scan them in on the TCGO and open them and get 10 cards. But if you migrate your account first, you can scan them in on the TCG Live and only get 5 cards per pack. If I have 100 codes, I'm gonna get 1,000 cards if I open that on the TCGO. But if I open it on TCG Live, I only get 500. So you'll get double the cards for not migrating your account right now. So do not, whatever you do, until you are forced to, hold on to it as long as possible. I think that's it. Also, no. Alright. Okay, I just remember something. I can't get too mad at this feature because it is a beta, but you can't use black and white or sun and moon cards until a future update. So,
you can't use sun and moon cards either?
Sorry. I'm pretty sure you can use sun and moon. Sorry. Black and white and X and Y. You can't use until a future update, which sucks because I have some really good expanded decks that almost entirely rely on X and Y and black and white cards. So, I can't play with Murky Waters, and I can't play with Zygardian Angels, which was like a deck that I constructed completely on the TCGO, not like scanned it in real life and put it on the TCGO. But, like, Zygardian Angels was one of my best decks before I got Mad Party, and I can't play with that or Murky Waters, which is my water type deck that I've been playing in the past Pokesino yearly tournaments with. And I can't play with either of them, so I'm just stuck with Mad Party, or I have to create another standard format deck, which sucks, but I can't get too mad about that, because they are going to update it. It's not like they don't have it at all. But also, like, it's really weird, because it took all the fun out of collecting, which, this is why it makes me think that they might not even add, like, a trading or collecting system, like, see your collection, because if you need a card, like, for some reason it glitched and I didn't have 4 Professor Junipers, or Professor's Research or whatever, for my Mad Party.
Well, yeah, because remember, you can it said that it will not transfer.
Did I say I only had 4?
Or like more than.
I meant I didn't have 4. It said I only had 3, and I needed 4 for the deck, and so I couldn't like play with it until I had enough cards. So I was like,
didn't it say something like it won't transfer over 4?
Yes, but it should still transfer that 4. It will transfer the 4. Because that's the max you can have in a deck of the same name. But
got it.
Yeah, so it said I only had 3 in the deck, and I was like, oh, well, that's weird. I tapped the add button. It said, you do not own this card. That's even weirder. And so there's an exchange button. If you don't have a card, you can just buy it. Any card. If you need it for a deck, you can literally just buy it, which some people might think that's cool, but it takes away all the fun of, oh my gosh, I just pulled this amazing Giratina V-Star, full art, secret rare, oh my gosh. No, you can just buy it.
I just pulled this shiny Charizard VMAX from Champions Path.
I need that for a deck, I'll just buy it. Like, that takes all the collecting away from it, and this is why I don't think I'm going to use TCG Live much until they fix it. I think they're going to see a significant decrease of players from the TCGO. Like, people are, even if they like leave the TCGO, they're not going to come back to TCG Live until it's good, which might not ever happen. So I don't know, it sucks because you can exchange credits for the cards, and you get credits for like winning battles and leveling up in the Battle Pass, by the way, which there's another game that has a battle pass because everybody's doing it. Because just like I said with Pokemon Go last game, one game had a successful part of it, and now it's trying to be in everything. I mean, it's not one game, but like every game nowadays has some sort of battle pass. It's so annoying because like they could come up with their own system other than a battle pass, or at least name it something different. And another good thing, one good thing to end me off, unless I remember something else that I'm mad about, is they said they do not plan to add microtransactions into the game because they have a crystals currency, which is like ripe for the picking for people who love adding microtransactions to make little kids spend their parents' money, and then their parents get mad at them, but the company gets more money, so they don't care. They're like, if there was somebody who wanted to add microtransactions, that is the number one thing they could add it to. But they said they do not plan to add microtransactions to the game, which is great in my opinion. So all of it will be player earned. I mean, obviously you still have to spend real money if you want to get like actual packs to buy, but you can still get plenty of packs from winning games. Because like leveling up on the battle pass gives you like 3 to 5 packs or something. It's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's easier to get packs. Because, like, you can get them from the store with crystals, too. But I didn't even get that many for transferring stuff over. And I made sure to stock up on items. Like, I claimed codes on the TCGO before migrating. I didn't even get that many crystals. It wasn't even enough to buy, like, more than 1 pack. Which sucked because
Do you still have used codes? Like, do you have used code cards laying around?
Yes, I have, like, a boatload of used codes.
Yes!
Yeah. Big old fat stack of them, too. Yeah.
Goes on TCG Live.
No, I'm not going to do it during this recording.
Oh my god,
next
it
episode,
works.
I'll tell you guys if it works, if you can use your old used codes. Because they said it's not going to work, but who knows? Maybe there's a glitch and they haven't patched it yet. I don't know. Just try. I'm going to try. Because if I can't use my unused code cards to their fullest extent, then heck yeah, I'm going to exploit a glitch to get more cards that I should have gotten on the TCGO. It's like, why not get my old cards then? But that's all I got to say about TCG Live. Sorry for taking up like 20 minutes of runtime for just yelling at the Pokemon Company, but I had some things to say and I had to get them out.
Alrighty. Can we move on now? I don't want to be staying up 12 hours editing because I'm new to this.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm new to this whole editing thing.
Okay.
So
Hey, I had an 1.5 hour episode to edit last time, and it took me 3 hours, okay? You'll be fine. Right now, you're only looking at about, like, 50 minutes. Okay. Alright, now we're going to add a new segment to the podcast. This isn't going to be a daily thing, but it's called a Deck List Spotlight. K-Dog, why don't you tell us about it?
Every few weeks from now on, we are going to share a powerful deck list we found fine.
This week's deck is the Ancient Wisdom deck, or the Ancient Regis deck.
The deck is themed around Regis being Regiruss, Regirock, Regice, Registeel, Regilucky, and Regidrago. Oh my gosh, I did not know he had so many variants.
Like, they're his, like, kind of his kids, basically. I don't know. This deck is good because not only is it powerful, but it's also cheap to build since there are no Vs, VMAXs, V-Stars, or anything of the sort. There are 2 of each Regi, all from either Evolving Skies or Astral Radiance. These are the only Pokemon in the deck.
Some notable trainers in the deck include Boss's Orders, Path to the Peak, Pokestop from the Pokemon Go, and Hisuian
The energy in this
Heavy
deck
Ball.
is mostly cards that can provide energy to any one of the Regis, because having that many different types of basic energies would clog up the deck. Trust me, I know. I used to have a deck with like 5 types in it, and I had specific energies for each of them.
It has 4 Aurora energy, 4 Capture energy, 4 Twin energy, and 4 Speed Electric energy. So
Right.
all special
When
energies.
playing this deck, the goal is to have all 6 of the Regis in play at the same time.
This deck is meant to counter many V and VMAX decks in play in the standard format of Regigigas, main attack being a possible 330
That'll
damage
KO
to
most
a
VMAXs
VMAX.
in one hit.
Yeah.
Regieleki can
Oko.
deal damage to your opponent's bench Pokemon, and Regice can prevent your opponent from attacking the next turn.
Registeel, Regice, and Regirock can each grab a basic Pokemon from your deck for a single normal energy, so you can bring out your other Regis and
Additionally, the
start
Path to the
destroying.
Peak Stadium card prevents Vs, V-Stars, and V-Maxes from using their abilities. Since some V-Stars' main mechanics revolve around abilities, this is a great card to cancel your opponent's strategy. What do you think about this deck?
It's easy to build, great trainers, and all the energies are special
I would
energies.
consider the special energies a downside, because that is a little harder to get than just like your standard like 18 water energy or something.
Well, yeah, but I mean like the worst energy that I see in this deck is the Aurora energy, because you have to
That's
discard
right.
something.
Capture energy is good though too, because you get your Pokemon out. Because this is a really well thought out deck. Everything works for a purpose. There's no card in here that doesn't have like multiple purposes. Because like capture energy,
I should try and make this
that would be a good
TCG
idea.
Live.
Like the one thing TCG Live is good for. What? Huh? I don't know. What did you say? Yeah, that would be a good deck. I think I'm gonna try to make that on TCG Live too, because that's how I made Mad Party, and I don't even have a Mad Party physical deck for yet. I wanted to have it by this August, but that didn't happen. Boss's orders, you can switch your opponent's active Pokemon, which is great, because if they have just like some weak basic on their bench, like a Magikarp or something, and right now they have like a Lapras VMAX out, you can just Boss's orders and absolutely clobber their Magikarp, and that could win the game. Like, if you have one prize card left and all you need is to take that one prize card, just knock out the Magikarp instead of having to deal with the Lapras VMAX, which is really great, especially if you don't have much damage dealing guys out. I like the Speed Electric energy. That's really the only type specific one in the deck. Isn't that the one that lets you draw 2 cards when you attach it? Alright, I'm
You're
pretty sure
asking
that's the one.
guy.
I think you draw 2 cards when you attach it to somebody, but that's also a really good one, because like a lot like Mad Party, keep like, making parallels to it. It's meant to get out your cards as much as possible, because like K-Dog said, you're meant to have all the Regis out at once. You can like rapidly switch them in and out. And then I think it's cool that they're including stuff from Pokemon Go, proving that it was a useful set and wasn't just useless and overpriced and hard to find. So I think that's really good. And then Hisuian Heavy Ball, just special place in my heart for all things Hisuian Legends Arceus, so I had to include that one. And I'm if I make this deck or just see it in play anywhere, I'm really interested to see how it plays out especially against VMAXs, because if it's meant to take out VMAXs, then that's kind of crazy, like when you think about it, because these things, these monsters that sometimes your Vs or GXs or stuff, if you're playing expanded, could like take like at least like 3 hits to kill. These guys, these basic Pokemon for like 3 energy can one-shot them. It's so easy and quick to get out, and it's a much faster setup than Mad Party, because Mad Party, you gotta basically discard half your deck for it to do the max amount of damage, and then you have to stall so you're not like, making your Bunnelbees get killed before you can deal good damage with them. So that one seems like it'd take This one seems like it would take less strategy, because there's most of the time like a clear path to what you should do. Because there's not like, oh, all the other Pokemon in here are just useless and not meant to attack, and this one guy is meant to attack. They're all good. If you can attach energy to him, do it. Knock somebody out. So, what do you think about this deck? So, like, I don't know.
I think I gave my thoughts, but like, I think that it's a great deck. It's a smart deck, but I don't think there's anything else that you would need. I mean, like, maybe get rid of the Aurora
I think you could have
energy
some better stuff instead of that.
for like a twin energy or something like
Twin
that.
energy would really only be useful for
not
like
twin
Regigigas
energy.
and stuff like that. And any others that require 2 normal.
But something other that you don't have to discard a card. Because like you said, all the cards in the deck are useful. Like there's no filler cards.
Yeah, I think
So
that's
the
overall,
problem with
yeah,
the
that's probably,
Aurora
I mean,
energy.
we didn't list the whole deck list, but if you want to see it, the link will be in the description of the podcast. If you want to check it out and, maybe build it for yourself. And if either of us build it, we're going to get back to you. You know what would be fun? If we built 2 of the same deck, like you build the Reggie deck and I build the Reggie deck, or you also build a Mad Party deck, and we fight each other with the same deck. See how it plays out. Can you imagine just like the 2 of us stalling with Crobat Vs while we murder our other Pokemon so we can make our bunny slap you in the face and kill you? Isn't that just Mad Party though? Murder bunny.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's basically it. Is there anything else like Pokemon you want to talk about? Like any sets or like speculate about Scarlet and Violet, or should we end this? We don't need to put you through more misery. Okay.
No, we should end this.
We're doing this pretty late
I'm tired.
at night. But, if you enjoyed, please consider dropping a follow wherever you listen, whether it's Acast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We are also now on YouTube if you want to listen there. And, little side note, if you're still around, the Spotify Wrapped released, and it was amazing to see all the support from you guys over the past year, because we gained, 77% of our 2021 listeners returned this year, and 40% of those people listened to most of our episodes, which is crazy because this isn't really meant to be like a progress through, listen to all of them before you listen to the most recent one. It's more like a news podcast, but some of the episodes are good to go back to. I'm surprised, and I'm grateful for all of you who listen. But yeah, none of this would be possible without your guys' support and, I don't know, follow and feedback and emails and stuff like that. Speaking of which, that brings me to my next thing. If you would like to email the show, the email address is podcast@pokesino.club. Email us with any questions, comments, stuff you want to talk about. I don't know, discussions you want to spark on the next episode, arguments you want to start. That'll be funny. I'm Pawzy Puppy. You can find me at youtube.com/PawzyPuppy and on this podcast.
I'm K-Dog. You cannot find me anywhere else except for this podcast. And sometimes
any articles or images used in the podcast will be linked in the description below. Thanks for listening.
May Pokesino be with you.